keeps meeting together. And what happens is when a rich person comes in, they say, here, sit right here. You get a good spot to sit in. When a poor person walks in, they tell him, you, sit on the ground. You know, I first read that, all I could think was, typical, right? I mean, how many of us would really be surprised that there's a church that shows a little bit of favoritism towards one group over another group of people? I don't think any of us would be that surprised. But as I was sitting there and I was making those judgment calls in my head again and again and again, God reminded me of something. I could hear him asking me, you know, are you really that different? And he reminded me of how many times I look at the beautiful girl that walks through the room, and without talking to her, without knowing who she is, I make a judgment call like that. I don't know about you, but I still struggle with that every single day. What the author of James says in James 2:4 is this: have you not discriminated amongst yourselves and become judges with evil thoughts? You know, at first you may think, you know, evil's a little bit of a strong word, don't you think? I mean, evil? But when you look up the word, it means immoral, it means wicked, it means harmful to others. And that's exactly what being judgmental does. It's wicked, it's harmful. You know, what James is trying to get at is that we have to allow our faith to impact how we live each and every day. You know, when the church first started and we started getting our first name, the people who named us looked at us and said, those people are Christ followers. And that's what Christian means, is a Christ follower. Have you thought about that? The fact that how you live your life shows other people that you follow Christ. And here we are, day after day, with those judgments stuck in our head. Look for a second at Christ. Christ hung out with rich tax collectors, middle-class fishermen, and poor prostitutes. He didn't look at the outside. He looked at the inside, and he knew whose hearts were open. And those are the people that he reached out to. And those are the people. Christ doesn't see judgment because he looks at the heart. If we're truly going to be Christ followers, if we're truly going to be Christians, that's what we have to do. We have to follow Christ's example in this area. If we accept what Christ accepts, what does that say about us? But if we continue to do what it is that we're doing and we reject what Christ accepts, even more so, what does that say about us?